Alright, guys. We're sat here with my banana bread matcha copium drink. Getting some nice sips of copium here. This was not a good drink to get hot. Iced matcha banana is not a good drink to get hot. Fuck. I was sat at home for a bit thinking about what to talk about in my next YouTube video. And then it hit me. Why not talk about the countless lives that I've saved? Why not talk about the fact that I've saved the world twice? And I'm laughing, but it's not a joke. Who prevented Erica Kirk from getting taken hostage in 2025? Me. And guess what would have happened if Erica Kirk got taken hostage? World War III. I'm not gonna say what the other time was. I'm not gonna say, but that one is very, very definitive. I've saved the world twice, but that World War III one is very definitive. By the way, in my Instagram post where I've got the cross on my forehead and I'm talking about why I'm the Dark Prince, and there's like some Stranger Things slides, and there's like one Stranger Things slide and all that stuff, I said that a Prince of Light would just be an inferior version of Jesus. But of course, everybody's just inferior to Jesus. That wasn't a diss to Charlie Kirk. That wasn't a diss. We're just retards and inferior. But I also don't like the fact that I have to explain every little thing to try and give myself a good image to people that I've saved. But yeah. It's because... Here, before I tell you why that is, why I have to try so hard, why I have to always like say these things like, oh, I said this because of that, or why I'm always explaining myself, is because of the image I've created. And I had to create that image, but yeah. I wanted to say one thing before I get into that, which is Scarlord knows me very well. He knows me well. He knows that with every video I put out, with every Instagram post, with every tweet on X, if you squint your eyes and ignore the content, every single YouTube video, everything is just the same message. Everything is the same sentence. Somebody please come save me. Just with every YouTube video, with every Instagram post, with every X post. He knows, bro. He knows. If you just squint your eyes and you just ignore the title and you just ignore the content. It's the same sentence on every single one of them. Somebody please come save me. Right, he knows that I'm like a fucking dog. Like a fucking dog, like yelping and just like whining and howling out. Much love, though. I mean, I love my brother Scarlet. The reason I have to try so hard to earn people's trust is because to be a preventist, you need to be manipulative. To prevent tragedies, you need to be manipulative. And manipulation goes both ways, right? So it's hard to trust somebody even if they've saved you. Because I saved through manipulation. Well, technically everything is manipulation, but yeah. I've never been manipulative in a bad way, and I'm not a manipulative person. I'm actually not a manipulative person. I don't fit the what's the word I'm looking for? I don't fit the box, connotation, implied meaning. I don't fit the implied meaning of manipulative person. I am just a genuine guy. But manipulation goes both ways, right? So yeah. Like if I started crying after I said that every single YouTube video I put out is just like the same message. If you squint your eyes, somebody please come save me. Like if I started crying after that, like then it'd also be like, is this guy just trying to manipulate us to feel bad for him so that he can increase his chances of somebody coming to save him? No, not really. Actually, not at all. I didn't cry, so. Look into these eyes and tell me that I'm not a genuine person. Fuck. Andrew Tate here yapping on X about Jeffrey Epstein. Like I'm the reason, like I'm not the reason he didn't get arrested again. Whoa. Don't take that. Andrew Tate does not have any, don't take that out of context. Don't take that the wrong way. Andrew Tate does not have anything to do with Jeffrey Epstein. And if he got arrested again, it would be because of corruption. But I did save him from a second house raid. Saved Tristan from dying. Saved so many niggas from dying. From getting killed. Oh yeah, if you're wondering, because there's like two sides. There's the definitive fam, the people that I add on X, and then there's everybody else. And a lot of the messages that I sent to everybody else, it starts off with an anti-suicide message, but it's not a generic one. It goes into specifics like don't go like die in a river. I know this is causing you this stress, and I know this it's making you feel this, but like don't go die in a, like I tell them, because a lot of people have one that they've specifically chosen. Like, river was the wrong word. Like, lake. Like, there was a girl, like, she had chosen lake. Like, that she wanted to, like, go die in a lake. And honestly, like, that's pretty fucking unique. Only girl that ever wanted to go die in a lake. So yeah. I mean, she's the only girl that I've messaged that ever wanted to go die in a lake. So yeah. With women, it's usually noose or jumping off a mountain. Those are the two main ones for women. With men, it's more likely that there'll be like killing yourself, like shooting yourself with a, yeah, but whatever. I don't blame any of these people for not coming to save me. I did have to be manipulative to help them, and I did have a couple of episodes. It's not even possible for me to get an episode anymore. Like, it's just absolutely not possible. But I did have a couple episodes. Cause I was fucking like losing my mind, but it's not possible for me to lose my mind anymore. I don't even know what the fuck could make me cry at this point. But yeah. You know, I think I'm more lactose intolerant to 2% milk. Like, I can drink, like, I know dairy, like, is only for kids. But obviously, here I am just drinking Starbucks anyway, right? So I'm not worried about that. But somehow, I'm more lactose intolerant to 2% milk than whole milk. I'm not lactose intolerant at all to raw milk. I can take that perfectly fine. Whole milk, I have low-key lactose intolerance. And 2% milk, I have like... It's still low-key lactose intolerance, but it's more. But it's 2%, so like... What's the science behind that? I have no fucking clue. Maybe, I mean, well, obviously my assumption is going to be that a cup of 2% milk and a cup of whole milk, the 2% is going to have more lactose and less fat, and the whole milk is going to have more fat and less lactose. I don't fucking know. I need to get my eyebrows showing, bruh. I'm not trying to look like a baldy like Andrew. Andrew Tate does look good, though, I can't lie. No homo. Some men just look better bald. You know, I'm not actually really helping myself by recording this video. Maybe somebody that's not in on the loop will just see it, and they'll just think that I'm so far gone that I'm thinking that that I actually believe that, like, I'm so far gone mentally, and I'm so like suicidal and depressed that like I actually believe that like Erica Kirk and Scarlett and all these people know me, and they do fucking know me. Like, I can understand where people are coming from. Like, they just think I'm so far gone that I've created these delusions that like all these people are like, they think I'm so lonely, and they think I'm so like depressed and suicidal that I've created delusions that all these like famous people know me, and like that's how I'm coping. They think that like my ex is like some cope, but it's not. These people actually do know me. I do not like recording horizontally. It just makes me look fucking cross-eyed, bro. Cause like I have to. God, fuck. All right. Horizontally with the phone, you may not understand it, but if you record a long video horizontally with your phone, you'll realize that you kind of have to be cross-eyed. Because if I look directly into the screen, in a weird way, I can't see anything. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not nearsighted or anything. But if you look directly into the center of the phone, you don't know what you're like. Because I'm looking to the side, I can peripherally see myself and I know how I look. But if I look into the center, like, I just can't do that. I can't fucking explain that shit to you. Anyway. Anything else to say here? Maybe I need to stop doing so many off the dome YouTube videos. Oh yeah, so yeah, we'll get back. Since I'm doing this off the dome blabbering, I kind of cut one of my points short. The only person in the definitive fam whose relationship with me started through an anti-suicide message is Erica Kirk. Relationship sounds a bit weird because it's like some parasocial weird fucking relationship. It's not. I mean, by relationship, don't get it twisted, okay? Don't get it twisted. But yeah, like if you were wondering, like Tristan and Andrew, like none of these people are like thinking of suicide. Like they were like no. But yeah. I can see why people on the other side think that just because of how many interactions on the other side start with anti-suicide messages. And there's also a big age gap between the definitive fam and most of the people I message on Instagram. The people on Instagram I message are much younger, and so there's a different approach. People on X, I can message them saying the most shocking shit ever. Younger people, it mostly starts off with an anti-suicide message because a lot of young people these days are suicidal. And if I shock them too much, it's just scary. So yeah. To be fair though, 3 out of 4 girls in my Skyline harem I've shocked the fuck out of. So, like, no wonder they blocked me. Like, you know, I realized like a problem. I'm not a nonce. I'm not a nonce, bro. I've got self-awareness. All of this shit I be saying on X about like y'all need to grow up and unblock me. A lot of the stuff I say in all of my the stuff I'm saying is true, but there's two sides to every equation. Like I just moved on way too quickly. And like that's what men are going to do. Like in terms of fights and in terms of just like life in general. We'll have a fight with our wife, and then the next day we'll be fine, but the wife is still like the wife still hasn't moved on, right? Because women are more sensitive, and that's perfectly fine. But I looked back at like the messages I sent my like these girls, and I'm just like, I moved on way too fucking quickly. like I just completely forgot about the shit that I sent them. Like telling them that this person was like, they're in danger of this person trying to kill them, blah blah. Like, fuck, like I moved on way too quickly, bro. Fuck, man. But that's not just a me. That's just not just a me thing. That's just men in general. Like, we may not move on from breakups quickly, but we move on from fights and shit. Not way too quickly, but we move on quickly. Like I said, we have a fight with our wife. The next day we're fine, but the wife is still like, she's still mad or sad, right? And then whenever the wife blows up, and like we'll just be like, why are you blowing up? But it's like, oh well, this happened like there, and this happened like 1 week ago, and that happened like a month ago, and this happened 5 days ago, and then we're like, oh, okay. But it's like, our brains are just different, so we're like, oh shit, you were still thinking about that. Like, because we just genuinely moved on. I genuinely forgot, like, it doesn't even cross my mind the messages that I initially sent these girls and the messages that I've sent these girls. Like, I don't really send them messages like that anymore because they're all like safe. But these girls must just be looking at these messages that I've sent them. They must just constantly just look back at them. Like, yeah, like, fuck. And that's not just these girls. That's like everyone. Like Tristan Tate, Scarlord. Like literally everybody that I message. Andrew. Whoever, right? They must just be like looking back at these messages. Like, what the fuck? Like, am I dreaming right now? Like, what the fuck? I moved on. I sent the message and then fucking forgot that I said, like, I don't think about any of the messages that I've sent. I fucking moved on as soon as I sent the message. Right after that, I was mentally gone from that message. But these people I'm sending the message to, I forgot that, like, they must just like constantly be looking back at these messages and being like, what the fuck? Like, and it's not just my Skyline harem. It's like Tristan and everyone. Tristan Tate, everybody does it. And I, like, shit. So yeah, there is two sides to every equation. You know, I shit on my Skyline harem a lot. But everything I'm saying is true, but there's also two sides to equation, so I understand why you blocked me, but like, unblock me, gals. Also, one of the reasons you've unblocked me is because I'm a very wise 19-year-old, and it seems like if you got in, like, not in a narcissistic way, I seem a bit too perfect. If you got in a relationship with me, it would almost just be like you're the one making all the mistakes and I'm the one like constantly giving you lessons. But that's not actually how it would be. Like, I understand now, like, it would be intimidating to go on a date with a fucking god. Like, I can understand that. That's one of the reasons you have me blocked. It's just like, I don't want to go on a date with a god. But it wouldn't be like that. It wouldn't be like that, I promise you. I'm just a human. When I die, I'll be more, but I'm just another nigga, you know. I'm here on this earth, on this journey, learning as I go through life, just like the rest of us. It would not just be me constantly like shitting on you, giving you lessons. It would not be that way. I mean, Peyton told me to delete my my first YouTube video where I was like, to my little sister Peyton. And then I was like, nah, I'm not going to delete it. But as I was like, as she was sending the messages to me, I was just like, you know what? She's right. And I just deleted the YouTube video. Like, she was right about what she was saying. And I had my beliefs and she had her beliefs, and we were both right. Like, I believed that I should keep the YouTube video up for my own reasons, but then I was just like, nah, she's right. And then I deleted it. So, if we got into a relationship with me, it wouldn't just be me giving you lessons and shitting on you. Just another 19-year-old nigga, bruh. Going through life, learning shit. I don't know shit. Nobody knows shit except Jesus. And maybe Charlie now. Because he's on that other plane. So, Jesus and Charlie. But yeah. Anything else to say here? I don't think so. Alrighty then. I feel like I had something to say. There's something I really want to say right now, but I just will not say it. Sometimes you just gotta keep the shits in your brain, guys. Don't take my ex tweets in a wrong way. I just say things in the absolute most raw, unfiltered, and brutal way, so that people can learn and grow the most. And I know that people's egos gets hurt. Maybe not my Skyline harm, but people's egos gets hurt when a 19-year-old is the one giving them the lesson. But that's a them problem. So yeah. Look at people. When you look at people, look through the skin and into the soul. He's saying all of this shit on X in a brutal way. He's saying a lot of mean things. But I've looked into a soul, and I know that Aryavir Singh, Avi, Definitive is a nice person. Andrew Tate has said a bunch of shit on X. In the past, he said things that may come off as mean. He said a lot of shit like that, but you look into his soul, kind person. People these days don't look into the soul, they look at the surface. That's why you have all these people saying, that's why you had all those people saying Andrew Tate is misogynistic, he's like, Andrew Tate is the fucking devil, all this shit, like, years ago, and that consensus has gotten way better, but it's still basically not changed. It's because people don't look into other people's souls these days. They just look at the surface. In an unbiased way, in an unjudgmental way, look into the person's soul. Thank you for tuning in to the Dark Prince Definitive. Matane.